where there's actually a live conversation, etc. Do they replace the rally town hall meetings?
From a point of view of cost, and I will then move on to an example which at IPAC we have done a campaign. So first, if in terms of cost, if I have to arrange a physical rally of about 100,000 people, the cost of that would be way more higher than as compared to going online 5 times and address those 100,000 people through social media. Does that replace the on-ground effort? I don't think so. But for surely that is a one additional medium which can be used to reach out to people, because to my mind now, with the advent of social media and people spending so much of time on social media, now you can convince them or you can influence them at 2 a.m. in the night. You can influence them while they're eating. You can influence them while probably they're sleeping. So I don't think so there is a replacement, but yes, social media is an addition. And more I think the usage will increase.
But can you win a campaign on social media?
I think,
or you still need to go back to traditional models?
I think one can win a campaign on social media for sure, because it's trackable, it has numbers, and you can crunch those data and information and you can see those numbers. But I think the relevant question would be to ask, can winning a social media campaign can lead to a victory on the electoral front? Yeah, I would say yes and no, both. At least in whatever I have seen in last 10 years, I have not been able to find a direct correlation of what you do in a political campaign which can fetch you votes. Like, I don't know whether you do a political rally on the ground of, say, 1 million people in India, whether that 1 million people who are coming for that rally will vote for you. I don't know whether you run the most successful Twitter campaign or a social media campaign, will that convert into vote? What I can say is combination of all of this will surely convert into votes. So particularly in the Indian context, I mean, social media as a whole, like if I were to be picturing India about 20 years back or maybe earlier, where would the political battleground be? The political battleground in India would be in the rural bylanes, in the bustling markets. It will not be on social media. But now, 20 years have passed, the advent of mobile phone, easy access of mobile phone with about 99% of Indians. But what I will say to answer that is, there is a correlation in doing everything. I cannot win an election today in India without going on and doing campaigns on social media, and so forth. I don't think so I can tilt it, win an election and suggest somebody to come back to power without doing the traditional on-ground methods. So, I mean, there is a fair balance. I would not like to choose, but I will choose both if I have to choose.
Okay. As a campaign strategist, what is it that you measure on social media? Is it the likes, the followers?
So, number of followers or people who follow you on any of the social media platforms. I think one thing which is very important is that you can buy those nowadays. There is a way to pay for them and you can get those people to capture. So I don't see that there is a direct connection between how many followers you have and ended up, well, like you said, I will give you an example of a very recent state election. There was a very famous celebrity in India who had about like millions of followers on social media. He decided that, okay, I am so popular, let me contest an election. And he went on to contest the state election. There was one prominent party who gave him the ticket as well. Maybe not the number 1 and number 2, but the third, because we have a multi-party system. So the third ranked party gave him a ticket thinking that, oh, he's so popular and for surely he can garner some votes for us. Eventually, he ended up with less than 100 votes. So I don't think so. The post which he put on his social media got more likes and comments or notice than votes. The post which he put that I got only 100 votes. So, I mean, there is no direct relatability of how popular you are on social media, whether that can get you votes or not. But social media does play an important role in setting the agenda, in maybe trying to influence or change the minds of people about a certain topic, about yourself, because it presents you a way, I mean, an unadulterated manner you can present yourself on social media, which you will not be able to do while you are interacting with people live.